Like you mentioned, these strong to severe storms that roll through as we get into this evening. So this is a two-pronged first alert because one is going to usher in the other. New Jersey to Pennsylvania through Delaware, all under the dangerous heat threat. 11 a.m. through 5 o'clock when we'll feel those hottest temperatures brewing over us. We've been dealing with this. High temperatures, high humidity. That is a recipe for disaster because we start feeling like 100 degrees or above in areas. Today, I think Philadelphia should feel right around that triple-digit mark. Now, on top of that, when you've got high humidity and you've got high temperatures, it can start to boil the atmosphere, so to speak. And if you've got something like a front that moves through, which we have today, you can get severe storms. So across all our neighborhoods from 5 o'clock through midnight, we are looking at the possibility of those strongest storms rolling through, which may produce damaging winds, flash flooding, and small hail. Take a look at our radar and satellite view right now. Not a lot to track. In fact, a lot of us have completely clear conditions. A lot of us, it probably looks great to start your morning. We did have a few thunderstorms roll through overnight along the Jersey Shore. Those have since moved out. But if we pull this view into a wider, you'd be able to see the large area of storms that's heading our direction. It's over Ohio now, so it's got ways to go. Here's the little bit of rain that's left along the shoreline. You see that it's now just to the east of Galloway Township, and then up near Ship Bottom, still this one little storm that's rolling by, but it is almost offshore. And then we'll get a break, but not for long. We'll start tracking out the storm timing and more on how hot our temperatures get coming up in a few minutes. And right now we're tracking the last of this morning's showers moving out, but this is just the start of the threat of dangerous heat and dangerous storms that'll be tracking in later today and into tonight. Here's a live view outside. All right, right back to our Doppler radar view off the bat because we still have this one little pocket of heavier rain that is falling right near Beach Haven. Otherwise, the rest of us have since dried out from the morning early thunderstorms that we did see clip through parts of southern Delaware, Cape May County, and Atlantic County. So really, this is the tail end of what we had earlier on. There's a look at what rolled by early this morning, and here's a look at the rest of our area. Pretty much clear out there to start our day. If you looked at this picture, you'd think we were in for good news. But as we get later in the day, we're talking the dangerous heat yet again returning. And on top of that, the possibility of those strong to severe thunderstorms tonight. Here's the planner as we go through it. 79 at 7 a.m. goes to 92 by 3 this afternoon. I'm looking at a high about 94 degrees, feeling closer to 100. In the suburbs, same deal, feeling like mid-90s by this afternoon. We'll be close to 90s in the Lehigh Valley, but feeling like low mid-90s. And the same can be said through Delaware, New Jersey. Temperatures that are feeling very hot. The shore just a little relief. But tonight we all get the storms. We'll track that out hour by hour coming up.
Now your NBC 10 First Alert weather.
And we're starting with a live camera view here in Center City. It's a little hard to tell, but we're looking over the Delaware here. This is a good indication of what's to come in our afternoon hours. Another just hot picture that will lead to a hot day. We are tracking still high humidity and temperatures that move right back into the 90s. Same can be said in eastern Pennsylvania. Sunny, beautiful start to the day. The issue is we're going to break that heat wave. That's good news. The bad news is the way we do it. A line of strong to severe storms that'll be rolling through by tonight. Here's a look at our radar and satellite view. So we did have some thunderstorms roll by early this morning over that southern portion of New Jersey. Most of that has now moved offshore. You see just a clip here near Beach Haven left. Everything else has moved off. It's to our west that we have the big concerns. This line of strong storms just not giving up as it passes into Ohio now. It still has quite a ways to go before it makes it to us, but it will hold its strength. So when it makes it to us, it will become a concern, and it's the second part of our first alert because it's going to move through in those overnight hours when maybe you're not checking your app or TV quite as often. If you don't have the NBC 10 app, it'll give you those alerts, so you should certainly download it so that you are ahead of the storm. Here's a look at our forecast for today. Let's start heat, then we'll talk storms. 94 degrees right now in Center City, but it'll feel like 98 by this afternoon. 90 in Pottstown, feeling like 92, and in Allentown 87, but feeling like 94 degrees. So all of us dealing with the hot, oppressive conditions. In Bordentown, 92 degrees today, but feeling more like 96. Even along the shore, feeling like mid-90s by later today. The thunderstorm potential, though, does not come till tonight. So if you have plans to be on the shore, as long as you're staying hydrated and going into AC locations from time to time, you'll probably be all right. In Delaware, 93 for Smyrna, feeling close to 100 degrees by this afternoon. So here's a look at our severe weather threat scale for this evening. The flash flood potential, damaging winds and lightning are my biggest concern, but large hail or even a spin-up tornado possible as this line moves in. We have seen this in previous situations over the last month or so, where we get these lines that hit this humid hot air, and then we get those stronger storms developing. So here's a look at our hour-by-hour forecast as we go from 6 a.m. right on through to this afternoon. It's still a mix of clouds and sun, but as we get to 6 o'clock, look at that line, and it continues to drive by right on into the evening hours. This is at 10:30. I think by about midnight, things will start to weaken. We'll talk more about the extended forecast 10 day on 10 in the next half hour.
7 o'clock. It's already heating up out there.
Yeah, that's right. We are already in the 80s. It's going to be easy for us to see the 90s again this afternoon. That's part one of our big threat today. You see a live view there at Cape May. It looks nice, but it will be very hot. Then in the evening and overnight hours, we have this line of severe thunderstorms that are likely to pass. That will be one of two storms. The second round will be Sunday night into Monday.
All right. So the